Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, 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 Kogan. Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip.
So I doubt I'm gonna beat this thing at this point. The game's running so fucking poorly that I really don't feel like we're gonna ever beat this boss. We might have to give up on it at this point. Controller batteries are low right at the start. I'm thinking maybe trying to do that parry towards when it's not doing the unblockable. Let me change my battery out first of all. I don't want that. I did it by accident. Oh, I'm dead now. I did it completely by accident. Completely by accident, I got the move and it froze me in place. I had full health! I had full health and he bit me once and took my whole health bar. That is amazing. Jimmy Baxter, completely fucking wrong, talking out of his ass, says, frame rate does not affect input delay. Wrong. When there's dropping frames, it literally creates delay. That's the whole idea. The lower frame rate you have, the harder it is to react to anything. You fucking moron. I mean, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's like saying, playing a fighting game that runs at 25 frames per second, you can react just like when you're playing a fighting game that's 60 frames. You are a jackass for saying something like that. Like, you're tremendously stupid. The problem, I was going to try to do the auto parry. The problem with that is it's too slow. Like, literally, his attacks are so fast, and if it was 60 frames, you could probably react to it. But at 20 frames, which is what it's playing at during that boss fight, you cannot react to anything in your face. You have to be mid to long distance away from him in order to react to any of his moves. And even then, I'm trying to jump, and it's like, oh, I guess I'll jump early. Nope, now I land on him, and I still take the damage, because nothing I do is happening when I push the button. What?! I was dodging, and he still grabbed me. I was mid-dodge, and the tongue moved and grabbed me in where I was dodging, too. That's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. That's impressively bad. Again! It's impossible to react because the game is like playing underwater when the frame rate is chugging like that. So again, the only way I'm ever going to dodge anything is to stay completely on like the opposite fucking side of the room. It's going to take me like 20 minutes to beat him that way because I have to just keep waiting for my force to recharge. I can't believe how delayed the button inputs are. Look at that. Wow. That's impressive delay. Fucking impressive. Look at that. Look at that. He did 2 bites in a row. You can't dodge either. 2 bites in a row. He did regular bite, unblockable bite. Can't even get out of the way of either one. They both hit. My God. No, this is suffering from the same problems as Wolong. Do you remember in Wolong, when I was fighting certain bosses, the frame rate would dip, and then you can't do what you're supposed to do to win? The game becomes unplayable garbage. It's the same problem. These game developers are fucking inferior. They don't know what they're doing. You can't make a game that requires inputs to be reactive like this, to have instant reactions to survive, and an enemy that's doing 100% damage. But then the game doesn't work. It's too laggy. Like, what are you, a fucking idiot? Jesus Christ. And then you release your fucking game like that. People pay for it. I spent almost $70 on this fucking piece of shit. He grabbed me anyway! Yo, this game is fucking trash. It's so sad because it played so well until this one part where all the frame rate in this area, this side town area, is awful. The game just doesn't function. I know that there's tips that are coming in, but obviously I'm trying to focus on the game, guys. If you could allow me to focus on the game and do shout-outs later. What even happened? I had full health. I was doing a combo. I guess he hit me. He took my whole life bar. I didn't even see it. You couldn't even see what happened. How did that even make sense? What a piece of dog shit. I mean, what an embarrassment. The first game, is so much better than this. I can't believe they made the game so poorly. They already made a better game. How do you make your sequel so much worse than your first? There's just no way to fucking dodge it because the game is too delayed. If the controls worked because the frame rate was working, you could dodge the attacks. You can't dodge them. No, you're not any faster. In fact, I was doing way less damage if you didn't notice. When I was doing the dual lightsaber toss, it was hitting him sometimes twice. It was only hitting him once in that situation. So you're not any faster. It's the same. I'm just going to use the dual lightsaber. The single was a waste of time. Completely delayed and lagged out. So once you get to this final form, when he's down to less than half health, he could do multiple unblockables in a row. Like, the first half isn't hard enough with the game chugging along, right? What a joke. You can't parry any of those unblockables. Anytime he turns red, it's unparryable. So, oh, just parry. You can't parry any of that. The only things you can parry are the light attacks, which barely even work anyway because of the delay. And that's not going to help because after any light attack, you can immediately do an unblockable that you can't get out of the way of. Dodge! Didn't dodge! The frame rate keeps chugging, and when it chugs like that, I can't control the character anymore. So even though I'm on him, and then I try to dodge, the dodge just won't respond anymore. So you're gonna take insane amounts of damage. I didn't even do that. I'm trying to throw the lightsaber doing the wrong move. Yeah, it's so delayed. So I'm running, and then I want to hold left bumper and Y, just go like that to throw it. The game is so delayed because the frame drops, it doesn't register the bumper, and it thinks I'm holding down Y. I'm not, I'm tapping it, but it thinks I'm holding it. That was a sidestep, no response. The problem is they made his unblockable attacks fast, so you need an instant response, and the game's delayed, so you can't do the instant response. If he was a slower enemy, it's no big deal, but they made him fast, and you can't block, you can't dodge in time. He's right there, sidestep, nothing, no response. What the fuck? Are you shitting me? I dodged the tongue, I landed, the tongue had a lingering hitbox that still hit me. Even though I jumped over it and the tongue animation was already pulled back, it still worked. The sad fact is this is the first planet of the game. This is the first fucking planet, and it's this bad. Can you imagine what the rest of the game is going to be like when this is the first planet of the game? That's so, you know, such a bad representation. If this was like probably the end of the game, this is the beginning of the fucking game. Then please. I'm just trying to do regular parries to lower his bar. I can't even do those. They don't come out right. They just don't come out right. You're funny. Ha! So now I have no health. Let me heal. No, he can instantly bite you while you're healing, and then you're dead anyway. What a piece of shit. Yes, I know it's optional, Darren, but the point is it's in the first world. This is when you're supposed to do it. Yes, it's optional content that you're supposed to enjoy. It's part of the game that you're fucking playing and you paid for. You should be able to do it. It shouldn't be unplayable. Couldn't do the second one. I tried. Too delayed. Trash. Can't move! Look at that! I can't move at all! The game just makes it impossible to move. Impossible to fucking move. What a piece of dog shit game. You're just stuck in the corner. You can't move at all. You jump, you got nothing. You're just stuck in place. He bites twice in a row, and you can't do anything about it. What a joke. Literally zero improvement. He can grab you. I was thinking, let me try to distract him with the other robots, and it was working. And then he can grab you through a fucking someone else's bomb anyway. The bomb hits him, and he fucking grabs me and is not affected by the bomb. That's amazing gameplay. He did 3 bites in a row. He did light bite, unblockable bite. So the first one I parried, the second one I parried, but the game says, oh, you timed it wrong when I didn't. It's the game runs like shit. And then the third one, there's nothing you can do. You already got bit by the second. You can't move out of the way of the unblockable, so you're guaranteed death. I interrupted my attack with an attempt at a parry. The game says, even though he's slowed down, you can't interrupt an attack with a parry. It won't work. He's faster than your slowdown. So the force slowing is literally useless. This boss is immune to it. He attacks at normal speed through the force slow. That was a dodge, nothing. Now I can't move. See what happens? If the camera gets in against the wall, all of a sudden you can't move. If the camera is in the wall, you can't dodge and you can't jump out of the way. The game just gets you stuck with the camera. So the camera is just as bad as any Dark Souls game. They've never improved this fucking weird third-person camera stuck in the wall. And because of that, you can't even maneuver your character. Couldn't jump. I can't do anything. Here's the camera. See the camera? When it does that, you're done. When the camera gets too close to him, you can't react to anything. It doesn't work anymore. Unreal. Nope. He hit me over the box. People are saying go to that box and he can't hit you. He immediately went right over the box and killed me. That, like, immediately death. You can't seem to hit him either. You can't. Oh, I hit you anyway. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Can't dodge. Can't dodge. It's twice in a row. It won't let you dodge. He does the fast unblockable. You can't dodge it. It just hits you no matter what. That fast unblockable is ridiculously unfair. I would even say if he didn't have the fast unblockable, it'd be fair. But with that, it's so fast, and because the game won't respond because of the lag, because of the fucking frame rate issue, that's what makes it unbeatable. I'm in the air over the tongue. It still hits you. So it doesn't have a hitbox on the tongue. It has a hitbox that's a big, giant, vertical fucking column that it shouldn't have. Because I was over the tongue and it still got me. What a joke. This is insane. I'm completely above the tongue and it still grabs me with an insanely bad hitbox. See, it's sad because now the problem is it's the game mechanics as well. It's not just the frame rate. So now you're noticing the hitbox on the tongue is fucked up too. So, okay, so let's continue to analyze how bad the game is. So if the game was running nicely, it wouldn't be an issue. But now the game's running poorly, and I have to use these weird ways to beat the boss. Now you're realizing, oh, actually the hitbox is fucked up too. So the shortcomings just become worse and worse the more you play it and realize there's more shortcomings than just preparing it first. Almost. But even then, I'm getting hit by nonsense. The ground, I'm not even near the enemy, and they're saying area of effect hit you. There's everything about the boss fight is wrong. The performance of the game, the hitboxes of the boss, the damage output of the boss, it's all flawed. The entire situation is flawed. I knew I couldn't do anything. I'm in the corner, and everything's hitting me, and I can't move. It's so bad. There's nothing I can do at all. I'm just getting mobbed. Everything's hitting me in the corner now, and I can't move. Once you're in the corner like that, the game slows down to such a crawl. This is incredibly reminiscent of the Pontiff Sulevan boss fight when I was playing Dark Souls 3 at launch on Xbox One. It's exactly the same situation, where the frame rate gets so bad, nothing you do responds anymore. Nothing. Oh, he did the unblockables. He did 3 in a row. Parry, parry, you go to punish. No, I do a third move that's an unblockable now. 3 in a row. I can't do anything. I did a move, I dodged, no dodge. They're like, okay, let me try again. Nothing. 2 in a row, no response from the controls. Didn't jump. It's too delayed. This is hilarious. So I guess I have to kill all the droids first. I have to. The only way I'm going to beat this is to kill all the droids up top so they can't interrupt the fight. Oh, 2 attacks, 2 unblockables in a row. The jump and then the bite. 2 in a row. No recovery. Couldn't get out of the way that time because he decides to do the one he can't dodge from that distance. The problem, they gave him so many unblockables, some of them can't be dodged. Some of them can't be dodged from certain distances. The body slam, you have to be far away. The quick bite, you have to do a sidestep. The giant splash, you have to move out of the way. They're all different distances, so you can't just keep a consistent attack pattern because he could always do the move that you can't get out of the way from that distance. I couldn't dodge because he's shooting me, and the laser interrupted and made it so I couldn't jump.
Stim here.
Nothing I could do there. Nothing I could do because I had to jump to avoid the floor that was going to take my life. As I'm jumping to avoid the acid floor, he decides he's going to do the unblockable charge that you have to jump over. Obviously, I'm going to land on it now. Seriously, like, what on earth? If only you could teabag in this game. There's no teabagging, right?
Go. I got the drip. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.